Arrived at the convention. It's a little after 9 a.m. pouring down rain, and there's the flea market part of it. I'm getting ready to check out the flea market, and later on at 10 the inside, and you'll see the pictures of the flea market online at pingeek.com.
No problem. Thanks, Brian. We're gonna be so I'm going to be talking about buying and selling online. The internet is a great place to buy and sell games online. There's a bunch of different places to go to buy and sell online. You have auction sites, and you have your just your free sites, and there's a couple different free sites. And you know, my site actually is Game Room Classifieds. Of course, I'm going to talk about Game Room Classifieds, but I'll be talking about auction sites as well. And also, I will talk about Mr. Pinball, even though hey, that's a competitor, but I don't care. There's a lot of different pros to selling games online than locally. You're going to get more money online. Most of the time, you're going to get more games on. You're going to get more money online. If you don't have a shop and if you don't have a shop where you're selling the games at a high-end price and you have a high-end clientele, you're going to get more money on eBay probably and online. Some of the pros of selling on auction sites is, let's face it, you put a game on eBay, thousands and thousands of people are going to see that auction. Now the key thing is to actually advertise it correctly, and I couldn't stress it more that advertising and making it stand out above and beyond any other auction is really important. Just so if you logged onto eBay and you're going to start off your auction, they're going to ask you for a title of the auction first of all. And the number one thing you can do that's free for you to do to stand up out above and beyond most people, because they don't do this, is use capital letters. All capital letters. It just stands out above and beyond. Now eBay offers different features when you're going to put up an auction, like a featured auction, for example, where it gets rotated in and out of their front page and home page. It also gets put into a feature that's $40 by itself, though. It's really expensive just to sell a game. They have bold listings, they have colored listings. You could spend up to like $70 to put a pinball machine up, or you can spend $1.50. And that's just your insertion fee, though. There's also a finalized fee at the end of the auction that you're going to pay for, and the finalized fee, it all depends. Like from a penny up to $25, you're paying $5.25. Then anything after that up to $1,000, you're paying 2 3/4% of it. Then over $1,000, you're paying that 5.25, the 2 3/4, and then 1.5% up to anything over $1,000. So I mean, it's going to cost you a couple bucks to sell on eBay, but you'll probably get more money that way. Like I said, advertising on eBay is great because you get more people will see that auction and see your game for sale than any other place. You put it on GameRoomClassifieds.com, you put it on Mr. Pinball, you put it anywhere else, it doesn't matter. The auction sites, you get more people than anywhere else. And it sounds like I'm pro eBay and I own a website, so it's kind of bad. The other thing about eBay, although my site does this, is you can add pictures. So if you put your game up for sale on another site, and all it is a text, like a classified ad in a paper, nobody's going to see it. I mean, you have no pictures up there. You're going to get people emailing you and send me pictures. You're going to think a lot of people are interested, and you're going to get tire kickers that way. What's nice about eBay is everybody's seeing your pictures, everybody's seeing your machine straight off the bat. It's going to save you a lot of questions and answerings and going back and forth in email. So it's a little bit easier. On my website, GameRoomClassifieds.com, right now I think we have set up for 6 pictures for every single item that you put up. So if you put up a machine, you could do each side. You could do the playfield 3 times, playfield 3 times in the front of the machine. Everything. It's all right, Mike. So you can put up a ton of pictures up just from one machine on Game Room Classifieds, and it's completely free. The pictures are completely free to upload to. All you do is pull up your file, you upload a picture up to it, you go on to the next picture you want to upload to it. It's really simple. You do have to register for it, but that's to keep out. The registration is actually pretty simple. It's not hard to do. It doesn't cost any money. No names are sold. It's just to keep out some of the fraud people, and then I can actually block people that are these fraudulent people and that are saying, hey, I'm going to send you a check for $10,000. Oh, you know what? I forgot I overpaid by $8,000. Can you send me that in a money order or cash? But that's the chance of that happen on the site is going to be pretty slim, because I can block any email address for anybody that I find. So that's pretty easy, especially for selling as well. And if you looked at eBay lately, there is a lot of eBay fraudulent sellers out there right now where they're asking for wire transfers and stuff like that. Your safest bet, and I hate to say it, is to pay with a PayPal. Some people don't like to do it because they get 3% taken out of their fee, 3% fees taken out. But sometimes you can negotiate. Either you pay the 3%, it's still a safety precaution by paying the 3%, or you negotiate and pay 1.5%, and you guys cut the cost. Now, eBay's great, but like I said, if you sell a game, it's going to cost you a couple bucks to sell it. If you want to sell it locally, or if you want to just sell it online, you can go into GameRoomClassifieds.com. There's a lot of benefits that I have that other people actually don't have. Your ads, when you go to post them, they post immediately. There's no 3 or 4 days waiting for it. There's no a week. If you want to edit it, you don't have to delete it. All you have to do is put that ad, go to your ad, revise your ad, and then submit it again, and within a second of submitting it, it's back up. I review the ads to make sure there's no fraudulent ads or anything like that every day. Plus, I have other people that help and work out on this website as well. So we'll show you how to actually post on GameRoomClassifieds.com. From any place on the website, these links are going to be there, and you'll see that we also do have other things than just selling stuff. We have auction results that we try to get as much auction results from other people in as well. We help sponsor the convention as much as possible and help promote it to get more people in as well. I have a Find a Tech in your area that people actually pay to actually advertise in this section, so that's actually convenient too. Now let's try posting an ad on there. Yeah, so you're gonna come to a drop-down box. You'll just pick anything. The nice thing about Game Room Classifieds is that they accept anything Game Room related. So it's pinball machines, gumball machines, video games, and there's sections for parts. There's wanted sections, and it's completely free to post them. So you pick what category you want it to go into. This actually is, this doesn't matter. If you put a week to 6 days in this right now, this doesn't matter. It's going to stay up there forever until you delete it, or until it's out there for too long, and then I see that, I contact you, and then you don't even have it for sale, then I'll just delete it for you. There's subcategories to pick under, just like if you were putting up an auction on eBay. There's subcategories for pinball machines. So you pick up pinball machines and just hit next, and then this is the page where you're really going to end up typing everything in, I do believe, if I remember correctly. Mike's already logged in. So you can actually choose to have your phone number down or not to have your phone number down. That's all private. Your headline, like I said, just for eBay, I would use all capital letters for that. The more capital letters, the more it'll stand out. There's also a section for website, which other non-auction sites actually allows. You know, a lot of people don't allow you to have a link onto more pictures or more clearer pictures if you go above and beyond like 5 or 6 pictures. So you can actually add a link to your own your own page that you have for sale, the game for sale on. You can upload, and this is where you can upload the picture. Right now it only shows one. You'll upload one picture, and then you can go back and add. I think we're at 5 or 6 pictures. And then it's up there. As long as the key thing is to actually tell as much information as you want about the machine, and that's your best bet, because you have less questions then. If you think you have tire kickers over an ad where you have no pictures. If you only put a couple words down on it, you're going to have even more tire kickers. People are going to be asking more questions. The whole thing about Game Room Classifieds is that you can edit your ad, you can change the price immediately, you can add pictures at any time. You submit the ad, you can go back at any time in the day, any time that you want, change pictures, add more pictures, edit the ad for the price if you want to do a special. I know there's a couple people in there that have specials during the day. They lower the price of their machines for $200 for a day if you go off and contact them and buy the game that day. There's a lot of opportunities to have a wanted list also under the parts or the pinball machine. So if you have a list of games that you want, you can have that ongoing and change that constantly. Address into the part where the description is. Or wireless, I should say. That's when you can choose if you want to edit out either from there, or like I said, if you submit it, it doesn't matter. You can go back and edit it at any time. It's okay. Now the benefits, of course, are of Game Room Classifieds is you're saving money. There's no, you're not paying $50 to sell a game with the finalized fees if it's a high-end game. You're not paying any insertion fees. You don't have to wait for the auction to end either to sell the game if you decide on selling it locally. Another nice feature of Game Room Classifieds is that you can put a for auction up. So if you do put a game up on GameRoomClassifieds.com for auction, if you put a game up on eBay for auction, you can put a link and put a for auction classified on GameRoomClassifieds.com. But I don't think you can do that on any other site, to be honest with you. So your whole thing is that you want to get as much advertising out there to sell a game, and Game Room Classifieds just lets you do it a little bit more than anybody else really does. See, actually, the ad already, actually go up to My Classifieds. The ad already went up on the site. You can actually go to homepage, Mike, and then go into pinball machines to show them that it's out there already. If you put more pictures here, there'll be more. It'll say click here, and then at the bottom it'll all enlarge, and you can go through all the pictures as well. Now, Mike, go to the edit. So let's go to My Classified so we can show them and edit the ad real quick. You can modify or delete your ads. You can actually, I forgot to even this too as well, you can create a personal search on Game Room Classifieds, and you can modify your user profile. Let's modify our ad. Now you can edit, you can renew, which you don't need to renew ads on there. They're out there for as long as you want them to be. You can delete the ad, and you could also add more photos onto it. You just pick the one that is associated with the game, and that's it. It's a really fairly simple website to use, and it provides a lot more different options than any other website allows. Plus, it's completely free to use. We're going to be adding more things to the website, as well as upcoming events we would like to do. We're going to have we're trying to work on a links page where it'll be like a one-stop for all your pinball links, one-stop for all your video game links. So instead of having like a million different places in your favorites, you'll be able to go into Game Room Classifieds, go on pinball links, and all the links that you're possibly actually looking for will be on there. Some tips. I don't really have that much terribly more to say. For selling any game on eBay, Game Room Classifieds, even Mr. Pinball, any of them. Whenever you're selling a game, even if it's a project game, set the game up. Nobody wants to see a game, even if it's a project game, sitting there with the head off, the legs off, or anything like that. Even because there's people out there that are looking for your game that played that game as a child and are willing to pay somebody to actually restore that game. But having it set up, it actually looks more restorable than if it's in pieces laying on the ground. Try to clean the game off, even if it's a project game, wipe it down. A lot of times cabinets are so filthy, filled with nicotine, that you can't tell the true beauty of the machine, even if it needs to be restored. Even if it's a project game that's going to be restored, you still got to show that even the cabinet's in good shape. This is an important one. Try to take your pictures that you're taking of your games to sell online. try to take them in the house or have a background drop to it. If you take a game in your garage, your shed, and you have clutter in the background, it's really hard for somebody to associate in their mind that, hey, you know, I'm going to put this piece of game in my house that this guy's sitting in his garage in the oil spill or something like that. It really doesn't work. I mean, it's the same scenario. You want them to think that their game is going to be in their living room just like it's in your living room. If you think about when you're going to go buy a car, they try to get you behind the wheel all the time because they want you to associate that it's your car. And that's what you really need to try to do when you got pictures and you're trying to associate that, yeah, this game could be in your house and you could be playing this game. Like, avoid the clutter in the background of pictures and stuff like that. Some people do think if you got a clutter around you, maybe the game's a clutter. I already mentioned if you're using eBay, use capitals for the title. It's a free eye catcher. Like I said, if you sell on eBay, you can put a link up on You can put a link up on Game Room Classifieds. That way, you're actually advertising in 2 different places at the same time and only paying for one. And also, I mean, I hate to say it, but you have the option of closing down an eBay auction, not paying those insertion fees at the end. So if you wanted to sell to somebody off of eBay through another website, you could actually do that. It's very easy to close down an auction on eBay and then delete your ad off of Game Room Classifieds. Another great point is, and I don't know if a lot of people know about, like, there's news groups, like, you know, Google has news groups and stuff like that. There's a pinball one, and you can actually put a link to you could put in the headlines for auction, put your game, maybe put, like, you know, Valley Spy Hunter in New Jersey, you know, and then put like a link for your auction page in that, so that, and then of course put more information, you know, but put the link in there, you know, you'll gain a lot more hits that way. Shipping a machine, that's what a lot of people are worried about when they're selling games online. They have a couple different options. A lot of people hate North American van lines, and a lot of people love North American van lines. I've never had a problem with them shipping out. I've shipped out probably about 3 dozen games with them and received about a dozen games with them. I've never had a problem yet with them. They ship door to door. You call them up. If you're buying a game from somebody, or they call up if they're buying a game from you. They pay them, so you don't have to worry about the shipping at all. I would wrap the game up with plastic or cardboard or something like that, really, but when they come to your house, when you're there, they should wrap that game up in plastic for you. And that's no extra charge to you, and that's no extra charge to them. It's just part of the service they have. So that's the only thing you really have to do. You have the buyer actually contact them. They will call you. They'll get your information from the buyer. They'll contact you and find out when it's good for you to have the game picked up. They come in your house, first floor only. Trust me, they're not going to come in your basement or into your second floor. They'll come into your house. They'll pick up the game and actually bring it out into the truck and deliver it right into his house as well. Also, there's Forward Air. But Forward Air is actually really for palleting a game and also for crating a game. So it requires a little bit more work. It's cheaper for the buyer, but it saves some money. If you want to make some money off of crating or palleting, not a lot of people do it. I don't do it, but you have an opportunity to do it there too. Really it. There was something else I really wanted to mention here. I'm not feeling too well, so I'm going to cut it a little short. The same ones that I'm wearing right here. There's business cards up here with the website and more information on the website on it too. I'm going to actually put up a link on the Game Room Classifieds with more notes on how to buy and sell, and it'll be much more in detail than what I'm doing right now. It's just I'm not feeling too well. Happy to answer any questions.
Jim mentioned he can go in and edit your ad at any time, and she was concerned about the security, if anybody else can go in and edit the ad besides you. You have an account that has your own ID and password, so as long as you protect that ID and password, you'll be the only one to get in to edit that ad.
Because there's no money involved. It doesn't cost you anything to register. It never costs you anything at all. You actually you log in, which I forgot to mention. You actually register, then you're going to log in. You're going to create your own password, and there's no way that anybody can delete your ad. I mean, there is other websites that you can do that to other people with, but nobody can delete your ad unless you give out your password and email address associated with your ads. Okay? I think that's it.
Okay, it's 2:30. I've got a semi pin right here. The flyer. Booth for the flea market and to go inside. Look at this. First time at this hall. Oh, I know that guy. How you doing? Now Jimmy is
I had to make these up quickly for this weekend when they're not really official.
Your game?
It's called Hokum.
Hokum?
1930s, early 30s.
And you just bought this today?
Just bought it from one of the exhibitors from the Hershey Game Room show.
Oh, really? What exhibitor?
Yep.
Oh,
Steve and Don.
Steve and Don. Oh, so you know them well from your show?
Yeah.
From this show right here. All right, cool.
Shot in the center. In addition, still hole must be made.
And then when you get
It's in small print. They don't want you to know that.
Pinball last year. When I was at Allentown, I bought a Pinball lizard cabinet, a game plan, and I decided to put two 19-inch monitors, one in the cabinet, one in the head, with two CPUs, and I hooked up real arcade buttons with a coin door, and I configured it using VP Launcher for my front end, and I've got about 1,000 games on this computer with a slideshow of about 4,000 pictures, and I'm here for the 3 days. I hope you enjoy the...
Can you get something in action for me? Can you pick a game to show me? 150 hours, wow. Okay. So you said 150 hours to get this going. Wow.
Well, no, it's been going, but a lot of it's downloading the games and stuff like that. Probably about 40 hours on the cabinet and making all the decals and stuff like that. Watch this, this will open up when I hit a special. menu up here, it'll say resume or quit. When you do select quit, put your button down here, it'll give you your menu, and you'll be back to VP Launcher. So then you just scroll, hit the game you want to pick. So let's say you want to play Solids and Stripes from Williams, 1971. You hit your start button. Let the game load. There you go. Hit your orange button to coin up. You can hear the coins dropping. Hit your start. Go ahead and plunge it. The object of this game is to make the pool balls. Hey, I want to appreciate you stopping by and checking out my visual pinball